Growing older looks like a slow fade from the outside, but inside it is a chaotic series of continuous chemical collisions. Every second, our cells are bombarded by metabolic exhaust, causing microscopic damage that accumulates over decades. Daily living generates four major threats: oxygen-free radicals tearing through cell walls, stray sugars binding to healthy tissues, heavy metals accumulating in delicate organs, and lactic acid flooding our muscles when we push our physical limits. If our own basic biological processes are constantly breaking us down at the microscopic level, how do we survive as long as we do without collapsing entirely? The answer lies in an endogenous defense system. In 1900, Russian researchers isolated a naturally occurring dipeptide known as carnosine. Rather than distributing this peptide evenly, the human body strategically stockpiles it exactly where energy demands and the resulting chemical stresses are highest: in the brain, the cardiac muscle, and our skeletal muscles. Carnosine is a highly specialized biochemical interceptor, engineered to neutralize the specific chemical errors that cause us to age. To understand how it works, look at our structural tissues. Through a process called glycosylation, stray sugars circulating in the blood bind directly to flexible protein strands, stiffening and tangling them. This reaction creates advanced glycosylation end products, or AGEs. These hardened, cross-linked structures are the direct biological cause of visible skin wrinkling, and they contribute heavily to the clouding of the lenses in our eyes. Carnosine physically blocks a highly reactive molecule called MDA. By intercepting these sugars, it stops the cross-linking process before the proteins can harden. The clinical impact is highly measurable. Topical administration of carnosine deters the progressive accumulation of oxidative damage that causes cataract formation in the eye. By neutralizing these exact sugar reactions, carnosine preserves the actual structural integrity of our tissues from the inside out. That same interception strategy applies to the brain. Because the brain consumes so much energy, it generates an immense amount of metabolic waste and is highly susceptible to the accumulation of toxic heavy metals. As outlined in this clinical report, carnosine acts as a targeted heavy metal chelator and a pH buffer. It actively scrubs neurotoxins from the brain to prevent senile neurodegeneration. The data in this table shows the result. Patients exhibited significant improvements in cognitive functioning, specifically in complex thought processes, short-term memory, and information processing speed. It has even been utilized to augment drug treatments for Parkinson's disease. But the brain isn't the only high-demand environment. During heavy physical exertion, skeletal muscles quickly flood with lactic acid, crippling their ability to contract and forcing the body to slow down. This graph illustrates how elevating carnosine levels actively lowers the blood lactate threshold, while simultaneously reducing the heart rate during intense physical output. By buffering that acid, athletes experience massive, measurable increases in muscular strength and flexibility, sustaining high levels of endurance far longer before fatigue sets in. Whether processing complex information or running a marathon, carnosine serves as the ultimate biological buffer, protecting our maximum output from toxic buildup. Preventing damage and clearing toxins naturally extends into systemic cellular rejuvenation. Because carnosine protects susceptible macromolecules throughout the body, researchers propose using it to mitigate severe, long-term pathologies, including secondary diabetic complications and alcoholic liver disease. Now, zooming all the way down to the DNA level, it even protects the health of our telomeres. These are the vital caps at the end of our chromosomes that normally shorten under oxidative stress, eventually leading to cell death. Maintaining this foundational health is what allows the body to rapidly heal from surgical wounds, severe burns, and even radiation damage. These tables detail the outcome of an electrointerstitial scan study. Elevating carnosine produced highly significant physiological improvements across multiple internal organs simultaneously, including the pancreas, liver, and thyroid. Physical decline is an accumulation of chemical errors. By understanding and supporting our body's natural carnosine production, we intercept those errors at the source, actively preserving our cognition, our stamina, and our cellular integrity for decades to come.